Maybe every day I need to do a live where I am begging you guys to stop caring about what people think about you, so that you can start your business, so that you can apply for that job, so that you can go back to school, please. And also into any extra sayongani is you guys are dropping out of eskolweni because you want to be influencers. Nizongibora mina. Nizongibora. Mina nizongibora mina. Mina nizongibora shame. Lezo zinto lezo zizongibora. Lezi zinto lezi zenu zokudrop out from eskolweni. Ngoba nifuna ukwenza content creation, but you don't even like that. You're only doing it because it is working for someone. If you like it, like truly love it, yes, maybe you can drop out. But no, come boring, Nasham. Yo, naka katlohela ko mmerekong because hey, guys, you know, when I joined the Navy, maybe first week, I knew that I don't like it here. I knew. I was like, I don't like it here, but I'll just stay here so that I can, you know, plan. Because cabanga now ngibuyela eSoshanguve and then ngiyoplana eSoshanguve. You understand? So like you call right now, I'm going to plan here. I was like, I'm going to plan here how I'm going to go about this whole thing. Cleaning yami, it took 10 years, by the way. Sorry. Planning yami took 10 years. But plan is sebenzile. We need to be honest with ourselves also. And we need to... I'm so glad that when I was making a decision now, Instagram being even 2008. Being echo, so... at least. But we need to be honest with ourselves. Asithandi iqiniso. And ukungathandi iqiniso is the reason why we find ourselves in a lot of shit. Sorry to use that word, but yeah. Babes, imagine I'm going to quit a Navy. Ngiyapi? I'm gonna go away. Back home. I dropped out of TUT already. Dropped out of TUT for the Navy. Now go Navy. Like go. We need to be honest with ourselves. You need to be like rather at least in Toli salary, I can take care of myself, I can do this and this and this and that. Guys, you choose yourself when it comes to umsebenzi. It's difficult. Choose yourself. Yes, you can choose yourself with your man, you can choose yourself with your friends, you can choose yourself, but with umsebenzi, especially if you know that you don't have anything to fall back on, it is difficult. Nowadays abantu, they don't want to be honest with situations zabo. you know you're not from a rich family. You're not from a rich family. You know, ukuthi, if you go back home, uzoba umthwalo to your parents, even. You know this. I'm all about risks. I'm all about telling people to take a risk, but the risk, it needs to make sense. Saying, okay, fine, it's okay, you can drop out so that you're going to regret one day. You're going to regret. People want to quit stuff without a plan. Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan? You know, guys, also, I'm so scared sometimes when people say they just want to leave because sometimes don't test God ganjalo. I know we say God can do it, but even though I left my job to start my business, remember I said I had just signed a contract with Pons, and then I calculated that money ingang last like 10 months at least while I'm trying to hustle. And then I was like, do you think you can make it? Like 10 months, you think you can make 10K? You can convince abantu, all that. I regret my job without a plan. Now I'm depressed. Guys, I knew from Nifiga any of you could say, I don't like it here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. But in clearing a plan until I was ready and until I was like, okay, fine, I can get out. I can get out. But don't let people convince you, Lana, but choose yourself. Just resign. Yes, you know your situation, or situation you know, you need to be honest with yourself. I'm not just vibes, Lawa. They are not going to work for everyone. Labor, so okay, also this other, also we are so obsessed with just having a problem-free life. We are so obsessed with having a problem-free life, but you don't grow. How do we know God exists if He doesn't save us? If I knew. I remember when I was involved in a quick accident. It was when I was preparing to exit. I was involved in an accident. My car was written off, and I had to decide if I'm going to buy a brand new car or I'm going to be carless and take Ubers to work. I knew people in Sweden were gonna laugh at. Actually, oh, she didn't have insurance. Oh, she can't afford to buy a new car because she didn't have insurance. She's still maybe paying for that car. Hey. Guys, that accident, sometimes I feel like God was saying to me, I need to remove this car now. So it's accident, yeah, insurance, and you shouldn't, because I don't want you using I have to pay my car as an excuse. I didn't buy a new car. I was like, I'm okay. When I left, I had a few things to pay. Then I could leave because I don't have stresses. I didn't have stresses. Then I have to. Hey guys, don't listen to abantu also, but choose your. Oh shit. Guys, I took off this thing here, Lana, your mic. I don't know what he's in a mic, and I want to shoot at the office. I don't know. So make sure you have a plan. Make sure you don't have you make sure you have a plan, or you're going to end up depression. Guys, kuzoba nenkinga emhlabeni. Do you think I was so spoiled? Do you think that I wanted to run extending go for? No, I didn't, but ngizoyaphi? Ngizobuyela seshangu. Ngenzeni? Ngicela lo yababa lo yana lo mama imali e5 every day and this and that and that and that. No. I was like, no. I have to make this work. I don't know how, but I have to make this work. I have to make it work. I have to plan. And ngalana nginebhaya prat cause ngikhuluma kakhulu, ngiyazi ama rights wami. You won't make guys. Yeah, because ama rights wakho iyona inkinga. Ngazi ama rights wami. I question everything. That is why this is the reason why it was just a mess, the whole thing. But guys, you know, sometimes you feel good, okay, but you're right, clearly. And now I realize, Guti, that the 10 years, I needed that. Some of us, shame. But then people want to leave. Hence I said, know your situation, Guti Meganjan. I have my parents, but I am not built like that. Guys, I'm not... I am independent. I'm here too, even, guys, sometimes. Because sometimes I'm like, you don't have to do this, you know. But like, you can chill, mate. Like, you can chill. But I want to be independent until the day gingenala. Pants. Give it independent. I don't like... I've stopped depending on my parents when I was 18. I like that. The last time Baba Matung but it was then. 18. So going back home, even though I had my mom did say, Guti, no, you can come back. Oh, I don't want to. Hence Gihleli because of that. Also, one day we need to speak. I saw someone's do a video about this. Guys, we need to be honest. There's this mentality that comes with ukuhlala ekasi for long, where you stop dreaming big. Because of your environment, because you feel like and also because you don't have an example where you can say this and that is possible, because my neighbor is doing that, so and so is doing that, so and so is doing that, so and so is doing that. You understand? Once you move from home, you realize that actually, I honestly believe I can do anything, I can achieve anything, because I see everything. Like, I feel like, okay, fine, there's this opportunity, then there's that door, there's that door. A lot of people, Ekasi, they don't even know that there's funding out there. There's a lot of funding, especially for funding. Ungati, they buy Shuganisa away. There's one for township Wara, and then there's yabo. The township one apparently is because abantu, they are not applying for funding, and I don't blame them. It is because they don't have the right information. They don't know. They're not applying over they don't want to, or they don't want the money. They don't know that there's money available. And also, when you're running a business, Ekasi, registering a business is not a thing. You're just running a business just to, make money, spend money, make money, buy groceries, make money, pay for this, make money. Your profit, isebenza every month. So you don't care, do I have the right bank? Is this a business bank? Business account? You don't care if you have, the right account. You don't care if you have the right account, if it's a business account. You don't care about your sales. You don't care about your tax. Because a lot of these funding, especially government funding, they want you to have sales. They want you to be, your paperwork, financials, everything. It needs to be in order. But people don't know that because of the environment. Yeah. So, they understand why I couldn't now, even though Bati, you could go back to your parents. Yeah? No. Spent 10 years figuring life out. Planning ukuthi ngizenza kanjani. But I always knew that I want to be this. I always knew that. And I always knew that it is going to happen because I know myself. I knew that I'm capable of doing it. So I didn't want to go back home where now I'm going to have new stresses to focus on, and I'm not going to focus on my dreams anymore. At least I was busy doing e-courses, my marketing courses. I'm busy doing my degree here. I'm thinking, okay, degree or I was applying for my degree. There's an opportunity to go study at Stellenbosch, University of Stellenbosch. Apply. Gilap. I'm doing my marketing courses, small courses. Everyone is shocked. Why are you doing a marketing course? I know, I'm planning. Remember, I don't have to even. I remember my supervisor was so shocked. He was like, why are you doing a marketing course? Because I'll have in a marketing course. In marketing. You are planning, you keep quiet. You plan. When the time is right, you leave. You move. Move when the time is right. Move when you have a solid plan. Move when you have a plan. I was thinking sometimes, tatama risk kakul. Yeah, rira too much. Sometimes rira too much. Can the risk it's already young. Some don't understand that. Because he won't build you. Left it elementary. So I left social canal 18, and I was like, I'm gone. So when I pambil re tla bona ko pele. Re tla bona ko pele. But guys, have a plan first. A solid plan. Have a plan that can at least sustain you for a year. Have a plan. There's something that had to happen actually for me to leave. It was the Ponds gigs happening. Those are the most important. It's on. Okay, fine, get decide. Because now I have that financial backing. Okay, fine, salary because I'm gonna invest my pension, and I get sure tata. Get sure tata. So at least diba ponti a chelete a contract dencha, it don't last 10 months. At least. Then all you have to do, mañana, wake up and show up every day for this dream. Because now you own your 24 hours. You don't have excuses. Wake up, show up. Guys, life is not easy. We are so obsessed. That is what social media sells us. We want to wake up, then re go something